Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now on GSL's dual site. This is our other semifinal matchup of the evening in ALT-Stracraft's open arena tournament for the evening. We're having a good old-fashioned time. ClashLegal and ClashPresto going to be battling it out here, actually. Looks as though they are teammates, hailing from Clan Clash or Team Clash or however it is. We'll have to look that up, actually, because these guys are really solid players, that's for sure. Both of them making it through quite a few very difficult individuals to get to this semifinal matchup, and now gearing up to head into the finals. Who is it going to be? That's the question. Looks like our load time here is actually fairly substantial. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check their league status. ClashPresto, Master, hailing from Korea. ClashLegal from Korea as well. So let's go grab Clash real quick and just see what we can find out about them. Team Clash. Alright, so it is going to be ClashPresto as our red Zerg over here at the right side of the map. On the left side is ClashLegal. He is purple Protoss. Good two-player map here. Now, for Protoss, the one thing that can be difficult is if your Zerg opponent does choose to go for lots of Lings, lots of Banelings, and lots of Mutas potentially, then you do have to be careful taking your third. Your third is actually fairly difficult to hold in those scenarios. But it can be done. You just have to be very careful. You have to play super defensively. But you can see that it strings your units out quite a bit because you expand in a line. And even if you take this pocket expansion, you really have a lot of walking time there between your bases. So it does make it difficult to defend large pushes. But good stuff so far. I mean, all you have to do is just plan appropriately for that. We'll see how he's going to do that. And it looks as though ClashPresto going to be, well, we actually don't know yet. It's still a little bit early, but he is going to get scouted, that's for sure. And the probe cruising in here is going to see nothing going on. Looks like gas first here for Presto. Interesting. So imagine we're going to see some speedlings here right off the bat. So Pool, I assume, will be next in line. Looks like ClashLegal going to try and potentially block it. See if he's going to find the opportunity to do that. Nope, it goes down. Down goes the spawning pool. Looks like he's about to gear up for the gas there. ClashPresto doing a great job there. Looks like nothing for an opener quite yet for ClashLegal. So I assume it's going to be a Forge Fast expand since he does have this pylon down at the low ground and is gearing up about 15. So yeah, I assume it's going to be a Nexus next in line. He's floating the minerals. There goes his probe. There we go. Down goes your Nexus. Yep. And probably going to see that Forge right off the bat as well. Yep, there goes your Forge. So good looking Forge Fast expand here. Probably going to see that cannon right there. It's a nice placement. It forces the units to really have to be aggressive if they want to do any damage here. So ClashPresto does have that speed on the way, Zergling speed. Going to be, oh, look at this, and he did stall production of gas. So grabbing his Zergling speed and just going to be sticking with Lings here. So not going to go for any tech super fast, that's for sure. And should see him go ahead and gear up for an expand here momentarily. So he's got a couple Lings headed out here. These guys going to make sure the way is clear. And here comes your drone about to have 300 minerals. And down goes a hatchery. Good stuff. Nice timings. Crisp timings, that's for sure. Gateway going down here, going to complete that wall off. Photon cannon there, a little bit vulnerable from both sides. Not a bad deal, though, all in all. Looks like another photon cannon going down in the middle of the mineral line. I think very, very nice placement. This protects that kind of back door, and he can even wall this off if he needs to with something like a photon cannon even. Or just another pylon is just fine as well. But he does grab 2 gas up here in his main. He is being scouted here by Presto in fairly decent time. Cybercore going to wall it off there in the back. That's not too bad. I like this. I like this little build here from ClashLegal. It's reminiscent of what we see from Tapeless quite a bit. Or not Tapeless. Who am I thinking of? Oh, geez, I can't remember. Cannot remember, but it looks like a bunch of speedlings are going to be cruising out across the map. They're going to have a slightly difficult time dealing with these units here, I think. Seems to be plenty of photon cannons with good probe micro. They should be in fairly decent shape. Indeed, not too bad at all. I'm going to be cruising up this ramp, but way too late. Only 3 of them. 3 going to be very easy to deal with here with just probes. Unless he doesn't do anything with the probes. There we go. Got to micro the probes a little bit. Looks like he's going to be in okay shape. That's for sure. Here comes a Zealot. The Zealot going to be fairly helpful in keeping these guys at bay. But good probe micro can keep these guys alive for quite a while. Notice that ClashPresto securing his 3rd base behind this up here at the 12 o'clock position. So not a bad little deal there. Pylon going down for ClashLegal. Looks like he's going to go ahead and toss down a photon cannon in his mineral line here, just so he doesn't have to bother with these guys anymore. Just not a bad deal. I like that kind of play. No, oh, Chrono boosting out an empty Cyber Core, not super effective. That's for sure. So a little bit of mismanagement there. I think he just thought he had clicked that Warp Gate tech, or maybe tried to hit the hotkey, didn't stick, or maybe he just didn't have enough gas when he pressed it, or something like that. But all in all, there he goes. He's got it fixed now. Now he's Chrono boosting it out correctly. He's probably kicking himself for that one. But these Lings still just getting nothing but scouting intel at this point. So not a bad little deal there, though. Looks like we're working on +1 weapons right now for ClashLegal. Seems to be in fairly decent time. Setting up a forward pylon here. A little bit preemptive potentially. Still working on that Warp Gate tech. And it needs to have that sucker out, I think, just a little bit sooner before he go ahead and toss that down. But it is indeed going to be down. However, it looks like it may be scouted. Yes, it is. Presto going to scout this. That is going to mean it will be taken out fairly quickly. Couple more gateways going down for ClashLegal. I like it. Gotta have those unit producing structures. Forge gonna have weapons level 1 complete here momentarily. Looks like the Lings are gonna come in and clean this guy out. Too bad. Robotics facility here for ClashLegal, so starting to tech switch here is going to be going for some sort of robo play, either that or he may just go for dropships. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see here quite yet, but we shall see in just a moment, so that will be nice. A couple more gateways going down. He's got a lot of gateway production though, that's for sure. Notice that he's not opting for that 3rd. That's one of the things we talked about for Protoss. Sometimes it's difficult to take a 3rd on this map. Forge is complete with that +1 attack. Looks like these guys back here behind the mineral line just kind of camping for a little bit, but he's got a pretty solid position. But ClashPresto, look at the map control. I mean, just look at the red dots all over this map. He sees quite a bit here, that's for sure. And wow, my goodness, he's just got his opponent essentially surrounded here. He can poke in at just about any time to deal with his scouting needs. And yeah, he seems to be in fairly decent shape. Now we are grabbing +1 ground armor here as well. Going to be working on, it is in Immortals here, so that's going to be a nice little tech switch. I assume that we may see some Colossus shortly thereafter. Not a bad deal. But the 3rd base for ClashPresto up and running fairly well. Units tab going to show that he's already at 70 drones. Wow, ClashPresto in a phenomenal position right now, but Legal is going to be cruising out across the map. He does have a fairly substantial force here and could potentially do a decent amount of damage. Well, look at that. He's got a hallucinated Phoenix, or not Phoenix, a hallucinated Colossus, rather, in the mix. That's kind of fun. Kind of fun. So some good hallucinations here. Going to potentially help him out. We'll see how much that's going to do. They obviously don't do any damage, but that we expect. Looks like these guys are going to try and run in maybe. Nope, they're going to back out. Are we going to see any more hallucinations? There's your hallucinated Colossus. He's going to soak up some damage, that's for sure. Whoa, what happened to him? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Disappeared for a second underneath those health bars. Good looking attack here from ClashLegal. I like this use of those of that hallucination there. Really, actually fairly effective. It scared Presto off just enough to say, you know what, I don't think I can handle this army here. So he's really metagaming it with the single Colossus hallucination there. He's going to deny this 3rd. fairly decent time there. Not too bad. Now, ClashPresto supply blocked here, but he does still have a supply advantage. And looks as though Legal going to be cruising up the ramp here in just a moment. This could be fairly well. He's got a lot of force fields at the ready. That's what's really going to be helping him here. And another third going down for Presto. Good not counterattack, but backdoor, what do you call it? Flank attack here from Presto, but good force fields here from ClashLegal. Going to really be saving his skin, I think, here. And look at that. Immortal starting to pick up a couple kills here. Very, very good unit versus those roaches. Do a heck of a lot of damage. Look at that. With +1, it's 55 damage versus roaches. Roaches don't have tons. I mean, that's only 145, so, I mean, they can 3-shot a roach. Not a bad deal. So the queen going to go down. This continuing and evening the score here. Look at that. I mean, the supply counts are now favoring ClashLegal. Presto having to pull probes here. And there it is. GG from Presto. Nicely played from ClashLegal. Really doing a lot of work with that push, and I think that metagaming there, using that hallucinated Colossus threw his opponent off. So I think all in all, perfect play there from ClashLegal. ClashPresto with a phenomenal economy, but just wasn't able to get the units out that he needed and find the right times and places to engage there. So great stuff. We'll be going into Game 2 here in just a moment, so don't alt-tab. Always ALT-Stracraft. To see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now on GSL's Daybreak. ClashPresto and ClashLegal, Game 2 of this best-of-3 matchup. And so far, so good for ClashLegal, taking his teammate down in Game number 1. And starting to put that pressure on. He's got to go now, or Presto rather, has to go 2 games in a row to take this down and move into the finals. Could be difficult, that's for sure, against this apparently very, very strong Protoss player. ClashLegal, who is going to be spawning as our purple Protoss down here in the bottom left-hand corner. In the top right is ClashPresto. He is our red Zerg. We'll see what he's going to do here. Now, in that last game, ClashLegal, oh, wow, he seemed to be behind for so very long until he started to push. And with that one Colossus in there, it was just amazing to me how much work he was able to get done with just a few stalkers. He only had 1 tech unit in there, really, beyond Gateway. It was just the 1 Immortal. So it was actually pretty good, pretty well done, that is for sure. But it looks like ClashPresto maybe going to be gearing up for the gas. I don't know. We'll check back in on him in a moment. Yep, there he goes. Good stuff. Oh, he's canceling it, though. He's just going to do something else, I guess. Small extractor trick, I guess. I don't know. We shall see. Didn't really need it, that's for sure. It was only a couple seconds away before that and the Overlord popped. But it looks like a Forge Fast Expand here for ClashLegal. I like this pylon placement here. He's going to go for Forge here, and then probably for his Gateway here, or something to the tune of that nature, and going to just try and wall it off completely here instead of wall it to the Nexus. But I don't know. I guess he could put his Forge here and then his Gateway here, maybe. I don't know. We'll see in just a moment. Looks like ClashPresto instead is going to go straight for a hatchery. Hatchery first here, but look at that. The scouting probe from ClashLegal. Going to go ahead and toss down his pylon. Gearing up for a potential cannon rush there. And no response from Presto. Wow. Pylon does complete. Forge is down on the ground, but it is definitely not soon enough to toss down a photon cannon quite yet. So ClashPresto saying, you know what, it's not that big a deal. He cannot have his Forge complete yet unless he rushed it. In which case it doesn't matter, because then I'll go ahead and cancel my hatchery. So, but notice he doesn't have vision here. All he has to do is put down a cannon just a little bit away, and Presto won't really be able to see it. But now now it goes his drones. The drone's going to be able to clean this up here, I think. Gonna go ahead and toss down 1 photon cannon. Photon cannon. Gonna get surrounded there by 3 drones. 3 drones absolutely gonna be able to take it down. So probably should see a cancel go down here momentarily. Good cancel. This probe is almost dead though. That's the trouble. And look at all these drones This last photon cannon may actually complete here. No, he's going to cancel it, I think. Yeah, he's going to have to cancel. Oh, he let it complete. It got one whole shot off, no kills, so not super cost effective. But, you know, you do what you got to do. Now back at ClashLegal's base, he does have his own photon cannon going down here. This one going to be more defensive than offensive, that's for sure. And Gateway's going down. Looks like he's going to be completing this wall in momentarily. A couple links going to take care of this pylon here. And that is actually going to supply... No, it's not going to supply block him. He's okay. He is okay. But the Gateway about to complete. Double gas up here at the main for Legal. And here comes some lings. 6 of them, in fact. We'll see if these guys can be able to get any damage done. A couple of them will make it up to the high ground, but only 3. 3 not too difficult to deal with. So Legal, as long as he's careful and has good probe micro, he should be okay here. Now, it's still pesky, that's for sure, but he should be okay. Shouldn't lose too many drones here, or probes, rather. In fact, he really shouldn't lose any when it comes down to it. We've seen Huck and many other good Protoss players that just micro those probes so well that they just don't lose any. You got to use that Ghost Walk. Ghost Walk there is so extremely important to use. You just click them back on the minerals as they get injured. Oh, great. So we got a harassment going on. We'll figure that out here in just a moment. What if you can just block them? More. Block communication. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Presto, where are you, buddy? We'll just tell him real quick. Give that a try, brother. In the meantime, he is going to be cruising out across the map with a whole bunch of lings. What does he have here? He does have his Baneling nest, so we should see a Baneling bust here, potentially. Another photon cannon going down. Nice behind this wall, though. They're going to be fairly safe. He's going to have to do a lot of blasts on this wall first to take that down and hope that he will have enough units afterwards. But here it comes. Looks like he is going to push through here. A lot of lings, a lot of banelings going to be working on this forge here fairly quickly. Nope, they're going to be switching targets. Taking down that first photon cannon. Oh, banelings going to be blowing up everywhere, taking out quite a few of those probes. But all in all, the defenses here from ClashLegal seem to be fairly tight. Does block these guys out for just a moment. It's going to be super helpful. Blocking it yet again. Nice control from ClashLegal. And it looks like Presto going to back out for just a moment. Going to build up a couple more banelings here and then cruise back in. We'll see how that's going to go. Is supply blocked here because he did lose a couple of those pylons and is currently working on Phoenix here. But here comes those banelings yet again. Lings are starting to stream in here. Wow, I think that this is going to be held off fairly well, though, by Legal. Replacing that Cyber Core. Link's going to try and deny the Cyber Core here. I think is a smart move. However, we're going to send out some Phoenix, it appears. And look at that! GG from Presto! Wow, and that is it. So he's going to be relinquishing this game to Legal. Legal now 2 games in a row. That means he will be headed into the finals, which is going to be going here momentarily. So don't alt tab, always ALT-Stracraft. We'll see you guys then.